Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rock Room. This week we're going to be cutting a piece of India plume agate, and I'll show you what this looks like in a couple seconds. You know what it is. That's anybody's guess. But I seen. Let me walk over there and I'll turn this around. We'll take a look at it. Now it says the sticker on there, and I'll show you what the sticker says. Let me turn this around. So the sticker on it says India plume. Now, you know, we've cut a lot of stuff, and geez, you know, if this don't look like a big Brazilian or something, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of banding. Can you see that there? So, and then it's kind of it's kind of hard to tell here, but real glassy. So we all know what plume is, and I'm failing to see that this thing is definitely a banded agate. So whoever wrote down India plume, I'll guarantee they are wrong. This to me looks like a giant Brazil, and you can just see the fortification banding on there, or maybe you can't. There, you can see a little better. So yes, I would think this is a giant Brazil agate. So we will start cutting on it, and if you look here on this side, seems to be like a circular pattern. I don't know if that goes very far into it, but you know, when you're trying to cut these, you're trying to get a full circular pattern. So you know, that looks like a good place to start, although I don't think it's going to stay that way. So we'll lock this in the saw. We'll start cutting on it, and I'll show you what it starts to look like. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rock Room. So I was digging through the buckets. Yeah, I know, I say that a lot. I say it all the time. I'm starting to say that all the time, but I'm digging through some buckets. I came across this green stuff. It's mainly green. It has some red on the outside. I don't know if that's, you know, like the sediment that was going in between the cracks, or if the red goes completely through the stone. Not really sure, but I have a couple pieces of it, and I don't have any cut, so let's cut it. I'll show you what it looks like. So here it is. Here's a small piece, and that looks like the red goes on the inside. But on this bigger piece, it looks like some speckling. You know, like the bottom kind of looks like brachiated. Maybe the top is. You can definitely see some red on the side, but then like here's a section that has nothing. So it appears that it's going inside. On some of the areas, not in the other areas, but either way, let's lock that in the vise and start cutting it and see what it looks like. Okay guys, we got this rock cut up. I say it looked pretty interesting, and I cut it open, and here's what it looks like on the inside. And it is green because of the copper. You can see the little copper bits going through there. Little tiny little shiny copper bits. So, you know, they would say this is malachite, but you know, it's definitely not malachite. I know that. But they say the green stone with copper deposits, usually malachite, but So yeah, this is definitely some interesting stuff. I'll show you a couple pieces that I cut off. Okay, now here's a couple of the pieces. You can see the copper. Now the copper is coming in the bands of this red. You don't see a lot of the copper in the green. It's stained in this red, or it's stuck in this red. This was the outside piece. So yeah, some pretty cool stuff either way. Did not expect to see copper in there. Hey, it's a grumpy old man, right? Bart Simpson. Okay, so I got this cut up. This is that India plume agate, is what they called it. And once I cut it open, yeah, no, this is not India plume agate. This looks like, oh geez, I don't know, Brazilian or Moroccan or something. Definitely not India plume agate. So yeah, just just a regular agate. I guess it's kind of all right. I got some slices taken off here, and it's all right. And again, the slices all look the same. And then light, they're pretty cool too. Yeah. I don't know if that's doing it any justice, but yeah, just kind of a average agate. Yeah, let's say they're all the slices were different, but generally the same. We got some little bits of dendrites in them and stuff like that. But yeah, not India plume, no. And if you're ever wondering to do with when you cut with stones like that, they're kind of display pieces. You can't really use them for making any jewelry. You can, but they're it's you're gonna be searching, and then it's kind of average. So, but if you ever wonder what to do, if you have a lot of that stuff and you wonder what to do, you could always do this. Let me back out a little bit here. This is like a window. This is actually done inside of a window. I didn't do the window. My girlfriend Brenda did. I just did the cutting and gave her the pieces to put this in. Oh, I kind of helped do the epoxy stuff too. But this is what you can do with these slabs. Some of them are pretty cool. Maybe I shouldn't have gave her all those, but there's, you can see one right there like that. There's some pretty cool. There's like a dendritic. That's almost like a Montana agate, kind of almost. That one almost looks like a little iris or something. But again, this is what you can kind of do with the agates. You can make a stained glass window out of them. So yeah, so like I say, if you ever have some extra stuff laying around, extra pieces, slabs, whatnot, as long as they're translucent, you can use them for something like this. And she gets a lot of compliments on that. So yeah, it's kind of cool. So no, excuse me, lunch. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the green copper ore and the India. I can't even see what he has written here. The India plume agate, which is not an India plume agate. So yeah, so hope you enjoyed what you watched. Thanks everybody for tuning in. See you next week. Yeah, so here we are with this greenstone, the copper, and of course the India plume agate that turned out to be just a Moroccan agate or whatever. So nothing I want to make a cab out of again. And I was looking at this green material with the copper in it, and let me switch this around here. And as I was moving around, this stuff just crumbles. I mean, you know, I could try to make something out of it. You can hear how soft that is. You know, remember, if it's hard, you'll have a glassy sound, but that has not. It's got a real dull twick to it. So, like I say, this stuff just you just. I don't want to use one hand to break it because I'll end up slicing my finger open with the copper that's running through there. But, so yeah, this is unworkable. I mean, not unworkable. It would need to be stabilized before I would do anything with it. So, I'm not going to stabilize anything right now because that's way too smelly. And I don't have the open garage. So, any stabilizing I'm going to do will be in the summer. So, I can't say next year because it is already this year. So, yeah, I'm not going to be making any cabs right now. I shouldn't say that. I have made some cabs. I found another rock. I had cut some pieces out of it and started cabbing it out. So that'll be in a coming up video too. Got a couple other projects started. So thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. Thanks for subscribing, commenting. I'll show you what is going to be coming up in the next few weeks, probably next video or something. I'll show a couple clips of some things soon to be coming. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. See you next week.